I was in the jungles of Kakankote. One guy claimed he's got a Nagmani, jewel that comes out of a cobra. Everybody looks at him with great reverence. He said he will display his Nagmani. He placed it on a leaf and held a white cloth. I couldn't believe it. So, in almost every culture across the world, snake or the sacred serpent is always venerated as a source of insight, as a key to many aspects of life. While even biologists or zoologists, to be specific, also have some incredible facts about snakes, which have been largely ignored. For example, even now it is recognized that many sea snakes or certain sea snakes, even today, possess what is called as a pineal foramen. That is, it has a hole in its forehead, and there are light sensors, so it's called the pineal eye. Largely till recently, I think it was believed that this pineal eye went into extinction almost 100 million years ago. But in recent times, certain scientists are recognizing that certain snakes still possess the pineal eye or the pineal foramen. Foramen literally means, in Latin, just a hole in this head. This happened when I was maybe 21, 22 years of age, and I was in the jungles of Kakankote, thick jungles, tiger country, king cobra country. There I was with these tribals and walking in the forest for days on end. So one guy claimed he has what is called as a Nagmani. Many people of Indian origin might have heard of this. There are women named as Nagmani. That means a jewel that comes out of a cobra, a pearl, or it's like a precious stone. How would a snake produce a precious stone? When a cobra ages, particularly the brown cobra of the southern Indian origin, particularly there, because this is where I've noticed, when it ages, as it starts finding, for it to hunt, it becomes more and more difficult because it's not as agile as it was in its youthfulness. Then it starts storing up its venom, which is one of the most complex proteins. Today, there is a whole lot of research and development of making variety of medicines out of snake venom, scorpion venom, even the spider venom, all these things, because venom is one of the most complex protein compounds that you will find on the planet. So it will start storing this up and crystallizes this and stores it up in its forehead. In starlight, it will glow and create light, bluish-green light. Because of this, insects and small animals will come towards it. That means dinner is coming. Normally a snake eats once in 12 to 14 days, but as it ages, it starts increasing this to 16 to 24 days. Much later, up to 32 days, it won't eat. So it just sits in one place and glows in the night. And insects, large insects and smaller animals like mice and other things move towards the light, and then he gets himself nourished. This is something that is known, it is very much in the lore in India. So this Nagmani is a very sought-after thing, that people want to get the jewel out of the snake. So today, unfortunately, for commercial reasons, people are catching snakes and trying to pull it out of its forehead. But if you pull it out of the snake's head, it will be an immature stone, if you can call it a stone, because it's a crystal. And that will be of no use. And above all, it's snake's property, it's not yours. But over a period of time, the snake will shed this. So if you go and search in spaces where snakes have nested, you may find one. So when I was with these tribals, one guy was being looked up to like anything. He was a young man, maybe around just over 30 years of age, and that guy, everybody looks at him with great reverence. I said, what is this guy so special about? They said, he's got a Nagmani. I've heard this plenty of times. At that time, I'm a super skeptic. Unless I see it, I won't believe it. I said, rubbish, show it to me. So he showed me in the day. It looked like a small pebble, almost opaque, black in color, bluish-black in color. I said, what about it? He said, no, you come in the night, I'll show you. We were actually camping in the jungle because it was… it's elephant country and also buffalo. Of course, tiger, but tigers also eat only once in 15 days, so it's okay. But elephants don't walk upon people once in 15 days. So we had fires like this going. Then this came and he said he will display his Nagmani, but he didn't want firelight, so we moved away into the darker part of the jungle. There was hardly any starlight, very little. So he placed it on a leaf and held a white cloth, a thin white cloth. I couldn't believe it. It was glowing like, just about the same as the center of the peacock's feather, that greenish-blue color, bright and clear. If you remove the cloth and look at it, it's just a black pebble. If you place the cloth over it, it's greenish-blue thing. He said he scavenged some snake's nest and he found it, and he doesn't want to give it to anybody because it's going to make him the king of India. Because that's always been the belief, if you get Nagmani, you will become the king, you will become prosperous, you will become powerful, you will become everything. I do not know what has happened to him since then, but one thing is, people say if you keep it on your body, a snake will never bite you. That could be possible, because I have seen people demonstrating this. And well, they've very early in my life they have bit me, but after that they have never bit me, though they had many chances, they never did. Maybe I got… Do you see? Another thing is, because it has, the ancient manifestation which was light-sensitive foramen or pineal eye, it is not that developed now, but still there are photosensitive cells within, but when it creates the crystal, the crystal refracts and it's able to see things which are not physical in nature. This is why they see the energy of a human being, and when they see the energy is very overflowingly effulgent or exuberant, they move in that direction naturally. because they are seeing something more than the physical. Cobra is the only creature that it can see the element Akash or Akasha during daytime. However evolved a yogi you are, during the day, it's very hard to see, very, very rare. When certain changes are happening, during solstices and equinoxes you may, but on a general day it's very hard, only when there is no light you can see. But cobra is that one creature which sees that. So wherever people sought mysticism, wherever people had deeper experiences of life, there the snake image was always there. And within the human body, there is something called as a reptilian brain. This is what is relevant to us. The reptilian brain controls the vital functions such as heartbeat, respiration, temperature and balance in the system. Your body becomes reliable if your reptilian brain is all that you access, but it becomes rigid and compulsive. In a way, those who are aspiring to become conscious, those who are aspiring to explore the peaks of consciousness, for them to be released from the ways of the body, the compulsiveness of the body is one of the most important things. So, this process of what is this Naga veneration across the world is just this. People are trying to transcend the physiological compulsions which we have, which are not small, which is the basis of our making. It is the basis of our making. All the physiological compulsions of breath, which you must, food, hunger, reproductive aspects of life, everything are vital aspects of life without which you cannot exist. When I say you cannot exist, you can overcome a few things. Instead of eating 5 times a day, you can eat once a day or twice a day. Instead of sleeping 8 hours, you can slowly sleep 3 hours a day. You can do those things. But you are here only because somebody else had a compulsion. You call them your parents. Only because they had their compulsions, you and me are here. So these compulsions are managed by the reptilian brain. Suppose reptilian brain got little, what to say, dispassionate, suddenly it'll go away. So, yoga has 2 different ways to approach life. One is to subdue the reptilian brain, another is to transcend the reptilian brain. If you subdue, life works one way. If you transcend, life works in a different way. But if you are rooted in the reptilian brain, you will be just a body. You think you have a brain, but it's okay, that is the reptilian brain. So if you transcend, then this pineal foramen begins to function even with you. I'm meaning to say, if you don't use your venom on a daily basis, it'll all gather and crystallize and you will glow. But I think you're spilling it out on a daily basis. So calling forth the snake is not to become like a reptile, to become like a venomous creature, but to make sure all the functions in our body of heartbeat, of respiration, of sensations, of locomotion, balance, all these things are related to the reptilian brain. We want all these things to happen effortlessly so that our life can be focused on something more profound or of a higher nature. Otherwise, body will keep you grounded to limited things. So, the idea is to use this nature of the serpent to not only allow us to transcend our physical body, but also to transport us to places and perceptions that are beyond us right now. With a pineal eye,